time they're coming up.
So you could have to spec the check.
They're all down there.
Yeah. I mean, you can see how fast.
Once we get to the budget.
Yeah, what we'll do, we'll do that, and then, as they're coming up,
Yeah, it's all right.
as they're coming up, I'm just gonna do one thing, one,
Yeah, whatever you want, absolutely.
yeah. Just waiting on some logistical things. We're trying to live stream it, our Facebook page, in addition to a couple of others where, I don't even want to use the word hack, but for lack of a better word, it was hacked, and it's in oblivion, and we're trying to get it back. It's above my pay grade, but we're trying to stream it on YouTube just so we can have it done, so.
Oh, you're live on YouTube.
Okay.
We're live on YouTube, good.
Hold on one second, I'm just gonna. Alright, I went to a couple pages, so.
Okay, very good. Okay?
Yep.
I'd like to call to order the village board meeting for April 15th, 2026. Please rise if you can for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
6:03.
6:03. Roll call of village board members.
Trustee Polari,
Present.
trustee Sellier,
Present.
trustee Vett,
Present.
Mayor Howley,
Present?
attorney,
Brian Conway,
Brian.
present.
Brian Conway's present. Trustee Truzino is absent.
Okay, gonna move right into one of two public hearings. First one being the adoption of a local law to amend Chapter 76, peddling and solicitation of sales for our village code. Basically, what this is keeping door-to-door solicitation for commercial purposes. Obviously, Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, any volunteer organization, we're not going to exempt them from that. What we're trying to do with this law is to keep commercial enterprises from knocking on doors all throughout the village, i.e. roof work, selling food, all that stuff. We've had a lot of complaints from people, they don't want it, so we're going to attempt to change our law regarding this. Is there any public input? I'd like to open up to the public.
6:03, you said it before.
We did it. I did. Oh, no. 6:03 for the public work, okay. 6:03, you open the public workshop.
6:03.
Does anybody want to make any comments, opinions on this particular law? Hearing none, I'd like to have a motion that we close this public works, no, I stand corrected. We're going to keep this public workshop open until the next meeting, and where we will take action. The next workshop is regarding our budget for the fiscal year 2026, 2027.
You have to open it.
I would like to open it at 6:06 regarding our proposed budget for the next fiscal year, 26, 27. Right now, we've been working digitally. We've had two public two public hearings or workshops.
Workshops, this is the
Yeah,
public hearing.
regarding our proposed budget. The trustees have worked tirelessly. Chief of Police, which obviously is a big chunk of our budget, spent countless hours on it. Holly, our treasurer, and Kathleen, obviously, alongside our accountant firm, have come up with what we believe is the best we can do for the year. The budget in and of itself is like $5.7 million. And the increase, the percentage increase over last year is going to be 5.8%. Doing a little bit of due diligence, 5.8% on a $400,000 home in Greenwood Lake is about $142 a year, which is about $11.80 per month. We had some high-end things come up. Our village insurance that insures our liability, our cars, our lawsuits, that went up 13%. Our five-year contract with the refuse and sanitation company went up 14% from last year, and that's because of tipping fees have gone through the roof. Obviously, salaries go up every year, and we feel that that's the best that we could do on that. We are still below many villages and other municipalities in Orange County and the surrounding counties regarding that. So we have to take that opportunity and go with it. So those are the two big things. We also just recently put into this budget a hiring of a full-time building inspector. The village is growing. There's a lot of activity between building homes, commercial. We do have some bigger projects that we're hoping that take effect soon enough. So it was in our best interest to have a full-time building inspector. And that obviously, he went from a part-time to a full-time, and that absolutely pushes it up. So we feel comfortable with this. We'd like to come in at 0 or 0.2 or 0.3, but it's not being realistic in life. So that's where we're at. Does anybody want to give any opinion or comment regarding our budget? Okay, hearing none, I would like to close this portion at 6:09.
Yeah, can I get a motion?
And we're gonna get a motion to close this part of the hearing, and we will be voting on this budget at the end of the meeting. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion that we close the budget workshop.
Okay,
I'll second.
Okay, I'm sorry, Valeri? All aye?
Aye.
Okay, being all the police department is here, I was gonna table them, but nah, we'll get you out of here in time. So anyway, I'm gonna bring up Chief of Police Adam Iron for an announcement for the department.
Detective Dwyer, can I get you up here? Angel, Kevin, Dylan, Michaela, come on up with your dad. Right here. Good evening, everyone. Tonight is a special night for the Greenwood Lake Police Department. It is my honor to promote Detective Jason Dwyer to the rank of sergeant. Jay's path to this moment has been built the right way, through hard work, consistency, and a quiet determination to always do the job the way it's supposed to be done. He leads by example. He shows up, does the work, and never looks for recognition. That's exactly the kind of person you want stepping into a leadership role. What stands out most about Jay is his integrity. You know what you're getting with him every single day. He's steady, reliable, and someone his fellow officers trust without hesitation. He's the guy you want next to you when things get difficult, and the one others naturally turn to for guidance. He is always there for his teammates, whether it's on call, behind the scenes, or just making sure someone is good. Jay embodies what this profession is supposed to be about, taking care of people. The rank of sergeant is more than a promotion. It's a responsibility to lead, to mentor, and to set the tone for those coming up behind you. In a department like ours, that responsibility carries even more weight. We have approximately 35 employees, and it takes constant communication, coordination, and leadership to keep everything running the way it should. It's not easy, and it requires someone who is steady, accountable, and fully invested in the success of the entire team. Jay steps into a strong lineup of sergeants. This is a group that sets the standard, a true powerhouse of a team that works together, supports one another, and takes pride in what they do. The efficiency in which this department operates is something to be proud of. Simply put, few do the work of many, and they do it well. Jay fits that mold, and I know he will contribute to that strength from day one. And part of that standard is how we carry ourselves as leaders. This role is not about drawing attention to what we've done. It's about giving credit to the people around us, staying grounded, and letting the work speak for itself. That's the kind of leadership that earns respect, and that's the example Jay has already been setting. I have full confidence that he understands the responsibility of this role, and he is ready to take it on. I also want to take a moment to recognize the people who stand behind him every day. Angel, Kevin, Dylan, and Michaela, thank you. This job asks a lot, not just from the officer, but from the entire family. Missed holidays, missed dinners, missed games and events, the late nights, the stress, and the unpredictability. You live this right alongside him, and your support is a big part of what makes all of this possible. Jay, the way you carry yourself in this job and at home speaks for itself. We are proud of you. Congratulations, Sergeant Dwyer, on your well-deserved promotion. Give him a jab.
No pressure.
All of you can.
Yeah.
Act like you like each other. Alright. Get in there too.
Yep.
Yeah, might as well come down one.
Board wants to come down? Hold on a second.
Shake each other's hand.
Everybody up.
Wait,
Yeah.
all aboard.
Yeah, come on. So why don't you get next to them, huh? Yeah.
Okay. Come on up.
Yeah, that's actually good. Yeah.
I didn't want to put it up.
She's gonna kill me.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's nice.
Thank you. Thank you. Congratulations.
I'd like to say congratulations, Jay. Jay obviously is one of our strongest officers, and that's why he was chosen for this position. He's going to stay with us, our department, for many years, we hope. And we look forward to the police department under the little bit new leadership of the new sergeant. So thank you guys for coming. Jay, congratulations again, and congratulations to your family. Thank you. Okay, moving on. I'd like to take this moment, a somber moment. Was it? Yeah, wait till I get down. Just gonna wait 1 second. Should've learned that from the last night. Okay, I'd like to take this moment, again, a very somber moment, to recognize the passing of Una Teresa Sheehan Gormley, a longtime resident and an extraordinary member of our community. Una Teresa was widely respected for her lifelong dedication to Irish culture, music, and dance. She founded a highly regarded Irish dance school, served as cultural director of the Big Apple Feis and Fleadh, and created Irish American Young Leaders, an organization that provided young people with opportunities to study and connect with their heritage abroad. Her work earned her numerous honors, including being named Grand Marshal of the Mid-Hudson St. Patrick's Day Parade and receiving multiple awards for her leadership in teaching. For more than 25 years, she and her family were proud members of our community, and her impact on the generations of young people will be forever lasting. She has touched so many lives, so many young women, young girls, through this Irish step dancing. They have all, many of them have gone on to great success in this program, nationwide. So that's her testament to what she did. She loved the kids, she loved teaching Irish dance, and she'll always be remembered. May she rest in peace. And to her family, we offer our sincere condolences and prayers. Thank you very much. Okay, correspondence is available to the trustees. We have it available at Village Hall. Anyone that would like to see any correspondence received for the month.
And it's also posted
And it is also on our website. I'd like to say, when I say website, also last 3 days we were, for lack of a better word, hacked. Our Facebook page was hacked. It seems to be an ongoing phenomenon throughout the country, especially recently, I'm told. We're not sure where it is. We have contacted, obviously, Facebook. There's criminal things involved with this, so we've actually contacted the Attorney General's office to start a claim. So we're trying to find out, where it is, who has it. We have started hopefully a temporary new Facebook page, which no one is on just yet, but this is all a day old. So we do use Facebook as a form of communication, obviously, and we're working on fixing it, but we will get word out in other ways to handle that situation. Visiting elected officials, Floyd D'Angelo, Town Councilman. Thank you very much. Okay, we'll go to reports of boards and department heads. DPW, Bill.
We've had a busy month, a lot of work in Wawa, a lot of water breaks up there. We're picking up leaves, obviously.
Yeah, we started, I think, last week on Thursdays again.
Yes, and there are a lot of piles of them out
Yeah,
there, so we'll be
yeah.
out again tomorrow.
Yep.
I did some tree work, and been working on the field up to Win Stanley, so,
Right.
and we'll keep going.
Okay, looks good. Looks good. So,
Any
and I know that, I'm sure that the plants are open for,
They just got open, yes.
for the pothole replacement,
The hot
the
stuff.
hot mix, which
Yes.
is what's necessary to kind of fix things.
And we had a problem with the keys at Win Stanley, that's been taken care of. We put new locks on the doors.
Okay.
Kathleen has keys,
Okay,
so whoever needs them,
okay.
so.
Sounds good. I know you, and they will be out there. I promise everybody, if you see me, they will be out and about doing the potholes once we can
Yeah,
get,
just
just
report
get the
'em.
delivery, right.
Yeah.
Report them to the village gets
If
it
we
right
don't
to
catch
the
'em,
DPW.
call in and
Right.
we'll get them.
You got it.
We'll be right out there, so.
Thank you, Bill.
Yep.
Thank you.
Greenwood Lake Parks, Brendan Colasar.
Good evening, everybody. All right, so for the last month, we've been working on keeping the garbage cans empty, cleaning up the fields, and then we're also working on Francis Field upgrade. We've moved the sideline fences, completely rebuilt the backstop, poured new concrete for new dugouts. We're building new dugouts, a new shed, and we spent a couple days up here moving stuff around and getting ready for the paint job in the court.
Thank you. The work Brendan's doing down at Francis Field, it's basically a whole renovation of the whole thing.
Yeah,
All,
redoing
all,
the
the,
whole
all the all the gates, all the fencing. So it's taken him. You know, if everyone remembers, it was 22 degrees
Yeah,
last week. You know, so spring.
coming along good. Should be done by the end of the week.
Spring is here now, but just trying to get everything ready where the soil was frozen solid. So, Brendan, thanks a lot. You're doing a great job over there.
Thank you.
Police Department. Chief Adam.
Good evening again, everyone. For March of 2026, the Greenwood Lake Police Department handled 565 blotter reports, conducted 323 traffic stops, issued 215 traffic summonses, handled 3 motor vehicle accidents, responded to 16 check welfare assist citizens, along with 22 medical aided calls, and 5 arrests were executed. Our average response time for all calls of service this month was approximately 2 minutes. We have 1 new hire, and we're requesting approval from the board for a part-timer. His name is Alex Rykowski. Alex comes to us with approximately 1 year experience as a Town of Warwick police officer. We are excited to welcome Alex to our team. We had 3 resignations in the month of April: Officer Justin Raybridge, Officer Daniel Strisco, and Officer Matt Reynolds. We thank them for their service, and we wish all 3 of them the best in their future endeavors. Our PBA Easter egg hunt was a huge success. The Greenwood Lake Little League is holding their opening day parade and ceremony on Saturday, April 25th. The parade will kick off at 9 a.m. and head south on Windermere Ave from Chase Bank to Elm Street, ending at Lions Field. Please drive carefully and be mindful of children in and around the roadway. Expect congestion between the hours of 8:45 a.m. and 9:30 a.m. in these locations. The Greenwood Lake Police Department is hosting a senior safety and well-being presentation at the Senior Center on May 6th at noon. The presentation will encompass senior safety, financial crimes, and fraud prevention. A representative from Chase Bank will be present to discuss Chase Credit Journey, a credit monitoring feature for Chase customers. The annual Greenwood Lake Street Fair will be held on Saturday, June 13th. As usual, Windermere Ave will be closed just south of Chestnut Street to Jersey Avenue from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. Expect congestion in and around the area. And as always, we want to thank the village board and the community members for their unwavering support through the years. Thank you. That's the end of my report.
Thank you, Chief Adam.
Thank you.
Any questions, anyone?
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what the arrests were for?
I can. I just don't have it with me. Yeah. So if you want to come downstairs, or we can get all that information, I can get it. No problem.
Okay, water report. The clerk Holder is going to give the water report.
For the months of March and April, the department has been performing its daily, weekly, and monthly sampling and testing, along with its responsibility to provide water utility markouts for any excavations that come through the Exact Dig Safe website. We've been cruising along at 200 GPMs and having no issues with meeting the village demand for water and keeping our storage tanks full. The Little League concession stand, bathrooms, the Bark Park, and community garden all have full water service restored. And after multiple leak repairs and water main replacements in Wattawa Park, all seasonal water systems are now in service and fully operational. The department would like to thank the town of DPW for all their help up in Wattawa with all the summer water leaks and repairs, along with a handful of service line curb box repairs and replacements as well. And thanks to Brendan Colasar for his work on the upstairs office space at the plant, and also for his help with Delaware Engineering in digging the necessary test holes for the footings that will be supporting the new pretreatment contact settling tank as part of the new capital improvement project that finally seems to be underway. He also went around to all the houses that had high reads and helped find broken pipes in several houses within the village. He didn't have that in his report.
Thank you. Just going back to the chief's report on the police department. Well, he did say there were 3 resignations. It was not because they didn't like it here. With our part-timers, you know, they're typically young, out of the academy. You know, they're chasing permanent, full-time employment. They come here, you know, depending on where they rank on a list, we get them for 2, 3 years, you know, how it rolls. That's just the nature of the beast. If we had a full-time opening for them, I think they'd all be clamoring for it, but we don't. So when you see 3 or 4 people resign, it's not because they're unhappy. They'd all have loved to have stayed here. So I just wanted to put that out. Yeah. Trustee reports. Trustee Polari.
Thank you, Mayor Hawley. For the Greenwood Lake Senior Center, the center is now serving hot lunches on Wednesdays and Fridays. Fridays have been recently added. Seniors do need to sign up at least 1 week in advance if they're going to be attending the hot meal services. And the county recommends a suggested donation of $3.50 per meal for residents age 60 and over. Should anyone struggle to meet the suggested donation, please don't hesitate to reach out for assistance. During April, the center hosted a Medicare information presentation, which was well received and attended. Looking ahead, the Greenwood Lake Police Department will provide a presentation as the chief chair on May 6, where they will be talking to our seniors about safety and other aspects that are important for them to be aware, as well as having a session led by a local physical therapist, which we don't have the exact date, but it will be confirmed shortly. Upcoming activities for the center includes a Riverview Day trip on May 19, which will include lunch and a show. There's still availability for those interested in joining this trip, and also there's going to be a card making class which is being organized. Residents are encouraged to contact the senior center at 845-477-8482 for additional information and to sign up for meals. For the Greenwood Lake Public Library, they continue with their toddler, teen, and adult programming during the month of April. The Library Board of Trustees will hold its next meeting on April 23rd at 7 p.m., and the annual budget vote and trustee election will take place on Thursday, May 21st. From 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., all registered voters within the Greenwood Lake School District are eligible to participate, and we encourage people to join run for trustee for the library. There are 2 seats open for the library. The school district will be having their monthly meeting next week, so I will provide updates from that meeting in my next report. However, the annual budget vote and board election will take place on Tuesday, May 19, from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the Greenwood Lake Elementary School. On April 16 at 6 p.m., the district will be hosting their National Junior Honor Society induction ceremony. We want to congratulate the students and their families for this achievement. The district will also host UPK and kindergarten orientation at the elementary school on April 29, supporting early student transition and family engagement. Anyone interested for UPK and kindergarten, please consider attending this orientation. Additionally, our 8th grade students will be departing to their Washington, D.C. trip on April 29. Lastly, the school board, beginning July 1st, will have 2 seats available for their board. Nomination petitions are available at the office of the clerk. The last day to submit a nomination is April 20th for anyone still interested in running for the board of school. Good luck to all the candidates. The Chamber of Commerce is currently working on upcoming events for this season. The Farmers Market grand opening is scheduled for May 30th, along with a planting initiative for the upgrade of the Sunshine Park. For those interested, please follow social media as well as the Chamber website for more information. Their spring mixer will take place on May 13 at the Trattoria Italiana. And the annual street fair is scheduled for June 13 from 11 to 5 p.m. Interested vendors should reserve their spot as soon as possible, as there are already being available. Looking ahead, for the summer, the Chamber will be bringing back the bed race to be taking place on July 4th. We will have more details available, and we encourage participation and for people to start considering, their teams and building their beds for this event on July 4th. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Polari. Trustee Selye, your report.
Thank you, Mayor. So I'll begin my report with building activity in the month of March. The building department collected Fees collected were $9,700. 85% of the fees were attributed to building permits and annual inspections. They had new permit activity of 10 with construction cost or proposed construction cost of around $100,000. They closed out 17 permits. This goes to your comment earlier about the need to go from part-time to full-time. They've been very busy. And they received 7 complaints, 2 rental inspections, 2 fire, 2 plumbing, 1 property maintenance, all of which were followed up with village code violations. The ZBA and Planning Board met on March 10th. There was a returning applicant in Edgemere Avenue property that was seeking a site plan approval to work within a designated protected area. The applicant was previously received conditional approval, subject to the confirmation of setbacks. And that applicant concluded receiving a board approval for the area variance, site plan, and the attorney was instructed to draft a resolution. So that's closed, applicant is closed out. There's a new applicant, AT&T, American Tower Telecommunications, seeking a facilities upgrade. It's an equipment upgrade and a modernization of existing equipment. There was a reduction from 12 to 6 antennas, right? No increase in height, in tower height, no ground disturbance. They're estimating about 3 weeks of construction. That application remained open. Takeaways for the applicant to provide an updated RF modeling, structural assessment, and because of its proximity to the state highway, it was referred to the New York State DOT. That applicant is due back at the April meeting. Other discussion items and business before the Planning ZBA Board. There was an informal discussion on a proposed cat cafe, indoor cats for adoption, a cafe concept, potential partnership with annual organizations. They were looking at the sort of health requirements and other requirements for that business. No action taken. Other discussion item before the board was a Sterling Room, 42 Sterling Road, the proposed zoning amendment, right, which we've had a presentation here before our board. Right, current zoning does not permit the proposed use. Right, this would require village board approval, which we've discussed before this board. Some of the concerns raised by the planning board: consistency with comprehensive plan. As you know, the comprehensive plan upgrade is currently in progress, so the committee is aware of this plan and considering it. Potential for spot zoning, broader implications on RC districts, residential, commercial, and bulk and use standards. Again, this is an open discussion before the board. The next steps is the applicant will present to the planning board as that application moves forward. The next meeting for the Planning Zoning Board is scheduled for April 28th. The Comprehensive Plan Committee has an upcoming meeting on April 30th that will be held via Zoom. NPV, which is the company we've hired to assist with the comp plan update, will be coordinating meetings over the next few months with the working group to continue to build out the vision, goals, and objectives that will become a part of the draft comprehensive plan update that will be presented to this board and the public. Around the village. So the Greenwood Lake Bark Park, which is a nonprofit that oversees the day-to-day operations of the dog park, has made significant repairs to the gates and areas of the fence, which improves the overall security and aesthetic of the dog park. The Greenwood Lake Bark Park would like to thank Mayor Howley, Warwick Town Supervisor Jesse Dwyer, and the Friends of the Bark Park for making these updates possible. I'd also like to extend a thanks to Brendan, who had to do some final cleanup in anticipation for an event we'll have Friday that Matt will cover in his report. The work was completed by Anchor Fence, and this is really the first sort of phase in a rehab of the Bark Park, which the nonprofit has operated for the last 11 years. So certainly the wear and tear over the years, there's necessary upgrades. This is really phase 1. And that ends my report for tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee Selye. Trustee Vet, your report.
Thank you, Mayor. Let me grab that. All right. Okay, news from the organizations, as Trustee Cellier mentioned, the Bark Park has a ribbon cutting celebrating the park's new upgraded fencing. It is at 5 p.m. Friday, this Friday, April 17th, at the Bark Park located at the corner of Vine Street and Elks Drive. After the ceremony, there'll be light fare and refreshments will be served at the Trails End Tap House. The American Legion will be holding their Memorial Day services Monday, May 25th at 1 p.m. I'll have more information at our next meeting. The Greenwood Lake American Legion Auxiliary is holding a gift card bingo Friday night, May 1st at the Greenwood Lake American Legion. Doors open at 6. First game called at 7. It is $40 per head, includes the bingo packet and door prize tickets. There will also be a 50-50 tricky tray and other raffles. The deadline to get your tickets is April 24th. Contact Dawn at 845-978-2565 or email dmazur, D-M-A-Z-U-R 062 at gmail.com. The Elks are holding a membership drive karaoke night April 17th, 7 p.m. Anyone interested in membership or coming down to sing or tune, we're located at Elks Drive. As the chief mentioned, the Greenwood Lake Little League is holding their opening day parade January 25th, 9 a.m. Step off for the parade will be near the Chase Bank and Winstanley Field, down Windermere Avenue to Elm Street, then down to Lions Field, where opening ceremonies will be held right after the conclusion of the parade. The national anthem will be sung by Michaela Lewis. The league will be honoring Erin and Frank Latito and former village board member Kelly Kelm for their unwavering support of the Little League over the years. Erin, Frank, and Kelly's family will be throwing out the opening day pitches. On the lake, the geese control program. If anyone sees a lone goose or a pair of geese hanging around in one area, please contact Joyce at 845-857-5178. That possibly means that there is a nest in the area. They should be made aware of it, and they will treat the eggs, which will help with the overpopulation of the geese. On the water chestnuts, we are going to have a manual harvest on the weekend of May 30th. We're not sure whether it's going to be Saturday or Sunday. We'll have more information on that once I coordinate with the Jim Martin of the Greenwood Lake Commission. Volunteers are needed in kayaks, canoes, or rowboats. And we'll have more information as that date gets closer. The Lake Weed Management Program is on track. The process has started. Public notices have gone out, so we are on track. There'll be a lake survey conducted within the next week or so, and then that will determine the targeting of the application of the herbicides. If anybody is interested in the matters concerning the lake, remember that the Lake Bi-State Commission meets the third Tuesday of the month, with alternating between New York and New Jersey. This month, the meeting is in New York, and it's on Tuesday, April 21st at 7 p.m. The next one will be at the West Milford Library in May. The Beach and Summer Concert Series, the lineups have been finalized. We will be releasing the schedule later on this week once we have the social media issues corrected. Beach passes. Beach passes are now on sale. The early bird discount ends on May 15th. If you want the discounted rate, please come into the Village Hall at this point and get your ticket, your passes in person via payment via check only. We are working on the behind-the-scenes stuff, cleanup, maintenance, and staffing. That's all in progress. And we plan on opening Memorial Day weekend, Saturday, May 23rd, weather permitting. July 4th, the parade invitations will be out shortly. We are going to try and make it a full day of event. We're going to wind up transitioning from the parade to the chamber bed race and then to the beach and the fireworks. The Greenwood Lake Chamber is planning on activities including the bed race. We'll have more information on that at our next meeting. The band for the fireworks is a big crowd favorite. It will be Ladies of the 80s. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Matt. Attorney, anything to say to this evening?
No news is good news, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, sir. Clerk Holder. 1 second.
The only thing I have to report is that all water bills are due by this Friday. They need to be either postmarked or you can drop them in the box if we are closed. There's the black box right by the door. You can stick it in there. That's all I have to report right now.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, some old business, transportation safety action plan. I meet monthly with the town of Warwick, villages of Florida and the village of Warwick regarding a townwide, obviously, transportation plan. This is to reduce, in a perfect world, fatalities, injuries, and just overall safety measures that involve each particular village in the town at whole. The chief of police, obviously, we talk about this all the time, where we can use improvements, whether it be pavement markings, speed lowering. We don't particularly have any true accident-prone locations that have wreaked havoc on us. If we did, we would have recognized it already. But this is a town-wide plan. We're gonna look at it kind of methodically, if we could, whatever improvement. So, if you think of anything out there, feel free to let us know. We can't see everything. The police have given us a couple of recommendations already. And as we're moving forward, we're looking to not only identify these problems, but come up with a solution to prevent anything in the future. Lead water survey, you're gonna hear about forever probably. It's a New York State mandated survey that we have to complete. And basically, they're tracking if we have anybody with lead pipes coming into their homes, or nothing from the village's end is lead, but we have to survey basically every home in the village for this. We sent out a notification a while ago. If you're hearing this now, give Village Hall a call. We'll kind of walk you through it. I think there's a QR code on our website that could start the process, but basically we need a photo of your water meter where it comes into your building, and then we upload it and we send it to the state. Kathleen has gotten very proficient in handling this, so she can help you, but that's basically it. It's not gonna go away until we complete this thing. It's for everybody's best interest. Our longtime water operator said he has never seen lead in anyone's lines, but that doesn't mean it can't be out there. So please take care of this if you can. And also, there's a department mail that went out, and this is basically a survey. We're just trying to see rentals, single-family homes versus multiple-family homes, and it's just for statistical purposes. We like to have a lay of the land, how many two-family homes, how many single-family homes. So that's also part of that survey. Beach passes. The price of beach passes will increase on May 15th. So you have about a month to get the early bird special, so to speak. All the information is on our website. I'm not sure if we're up and running with the credit cards. Are we with the website? So on the website, you can use credit cards. If you're going to come into the office and get it, it's a check or cash. So you have a little time to get the early bird special, but it comes up quickly. Like I spoke with the DPW, leaf pickup began last Thursday, and we're gonna continue on Thursdays to probably mid-June. And then it takes a break for the summer typically, and then we start back up in the fall. And then we also open up the DPW for village residents, who can throw them in a truck and bring them up top. So that's up and running. Water filtration plant, we're continuing our work with that. We alluded to earlier, they came in, they did some test borings. We're just waiting on final approval from Department of Health through the county, who gets it through the state. Our engineering firm has been on it. It's a slow process, obviously. You're dealing with bureaucracy of state government, county government, and we just have to bear it out. I have spoken to the Department of Health. They're aware of our need really for us to want to start this project. It's funded. We just want to get it off the ground and refurbish that plant. Just a couple other things that I'm shooting from the hip. The red bricks in our sidewalks, if you notice, a lot of our sidewalks from the curb line in for about 18 to 24 inches, we have bricks that were put in many years ago. Some of them have sunk low into the ground. We're aware of it. The town DPW has already started replacing those bricks and bringing it up to code, so to speak. We chose the most egregious locations. So right now we're in front of Karen's Cafe, the Chinese restaurant. It's really bad. The next stop is going to be by Chase Bank, that whole corridor, and they're going around surveying what's next. So we know about it. We're working on it, and just have a little patience, and we're on it. And on the same note, like he also spoke about the potholes and paving. Truly, up until this week, the only thing we could have done is make a temporary fix. Now that these asphalt plants are opening and opened, we're able to do it much more correctly. So we'll be out and about. Call in any potholes, call them in. We get a work order out, and we'll be on top of that. And like Matty alluded to, July 4th is going to be a very busy day, right from the 10 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night, actually. There's plenty of things to do in Greenwood Lake. You'll have the parade, you'll have the old-time bed race, have a little bit of a break, and then at 6 o'clock the music starts at the concert series, and typically, 9:20 is when we pull the plug on the fireworks. So it's a good long day. Hopefully we get a lot of visitors, and more importantly, I hope all the residents take advantage of the beautiful lake at night and the concert and the fireworks. I don't like to guarantee anything, but I guarantee it's going to be a lovely show this year. So that's that. New business. This Saturday, the 18th, 9 a.m. in the morning, we're having a community clean sweep. We'll be going right to next door at the community center. The old firehouse doors will be open. We'll have some equipment, gloves, bags, sign up, and we'll let you know where we think we can help the village a lot. Someone will go to Lions Field, someone will go to Win Stanley Field. So depending on how many people come, will determine the success of that. Town of Warwick Police Department is having their 6th annual Junior Police Academy. We have all the information downstairs, or you can go to the Warwick Police Department website. I believe it's from 10 to 15 years of age. It's like a 2-week period for both of these things, but all the information will be at the Town of Warwick PD website. For a young person, it's a good eye-opening thing to see how the law enforcement and police guys work throughout the year. Our parks, like Brendan alluded, he's been down in our Francis Field, refurbishing the entire thing, but that's not the only field we have. When I say parks, we're getting ready for the beach. Lions Field, Little League has done a great job helping with that. Helen Kelly Field is up and running. It's been not mowed, it's been cultivated with his sweeper, so the infield looks good, and try to make it as safe as possible for these young people. So while opening day does not officially start until the 25th, they've already started playing games. So if you go down in that area in the evening, you're going to see kids playing. So go a little slow, take your time, and stop by and enjoy the games. A couple of grants. We have a bunch of grants in the hopper. We met today with the grant application for putting a elevator lift for this building. There is one outside. That's around 25 years old. Never worked correctly, and now it doesn't work at all. It's very important that we make this room handicap access, because on top of village board meetings, obviously there's court here throughout the month, whether it's criminal court, civil court, traffic court. The room gets used, and it's not right that, you know, we don't have access. So the grant people were in today. We met up here. They thought it was an extremely worthwhile project for obvious reasons. So we're proceeding with that. Just a couple of other ones that we have. We get Orange County tourism grants. They give us that. We offset our concert series. We offset our Halloween events, our holiday events during Christmas, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah season. So we appreciate these grants we get from the county, the legislator, et cetera. The police department received a grant last year, 2 years ago, for 400 and change. Gave us the ability to you know, have all kinds of technology available to us, and it offset the purchasing of cars. And now we've expended that, and now we're looking to move into the future. Because obviously these cars get used, and we try to get them on a rotation basis. We don't want to buy you all the cars at one time. We want to try to get a nice revolving usage of our cars. So we're always chasing that grant. In addition to the cars and et cetera, Congressman Ryan, we applied through Congress to get a grant for a police boat. Now we have a 9-mile long lake. You know, let's call it half is in New York, half is in Jersey. The Greenwood Lake Police Department is responsible for patrolling the entire New York side. So even though it's outside the village jurisdiction, for police boating, we go up to the state line. We have some older equipment. Unfortunately, we do have catastrophic things that happened on the lake, and we want to be up to the speed. We're the first ones there. If someone would fall overboard and they can't find them, you know, the state police are 6 hours away. Our guys can be on a boat in literally minutes. So we're looking for some better equipment, and hence this grant. So if that would come to fruition, we'd be in a much better position to do law enforcement and life-saving methods on the New York portion of the lake. And we also have a DCJS equipment grant, which is,
That's for their cards.
oh, that's for their, this is for
Anything
their
else
cards. What else would
We
be?
got the DASNY grant from Senator Skoufis that afforded us body-worn cameras.
Right.
And the UTV that we just purchased.
Okay,
The equipment grant was $400,000, that funded
okay,
multiple cars.
3 so far.
And it's, we're probably gonna get like a Zodiac boat out of that as well, because that was part of that
Right.
grant, some type of boat. And then, the law enforcement tech grant was $200,000. We got that, got a whole bunch of new technology
Right.
and all, upgraded everything in the vehicles. And
I mean, thank you, but without these grants, a lot of these things would be priced out of, you know, unless, you know, it would be crazy. But we have some good grant writers. We have a grant writing company. Shauna next door, she's our main dispatcher. She's tremendous. She's really gotten to know this process, and we've succeeded in a lot of ways. So, you know, thanks to Shauna, obviously, and you know, it's you know, sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. That's life. That's why we're always looking out to chase these things, because it's money to us that we can give right back into the community. So we're on top of grants constantly.
And the boat with Pat Ryan, that one has the sonar and everything on it. That's
it's
a
got a
very,
side scan and down scan sonar. Which
It's a
is
dive boat. It's a
extremely
little bit-
helpful, when it comes to any type of water catastrophe. Somebody goes overboard, they go missing, they don't resurface. It's side scan, down scan sonar. It's got a dive door on the side of it, so our divers can get in and out of it. We don't have to have 7 different boats out there.
just so it was 2 different boats that we're talking about.
Yeah.
See, when our people respond to a lake incident like that, we're looking we're looking at, to save someone's life. And I alluded to the state police, and this is no knock on the state police, it's just, they're not here. When they come, it's basically a recovery effort. Okay, we're looking to get out there within minutes, and hopefully we can save someone. Where, obviously, 6 hours later, you're just looking to, recover someone. So, it's all important stuff, so, thank you for that. Sidewalk repairs, I spoke with the zoning. Zoning codes, the comprehensive plan is putting together as many items that they feel should be changed, looked at. So we're open to ideas. If there's something in our zoning that doesn't make sense because it's 100 years old, we're willing to look at everything just to improve it, make it more user friendly, and whatever we can do to streamline things. We don't want to cog things down. We want to make them go easier. The geese, Matt spoke about the geese. Lake management, he spoke about the herbicides and weed pulling. We had a little snafu this year. Our long-term operator for our lake management have left the firm, and then the firm decided they didn't want to be involved this year. They had to do their own internal things. I'm not quite sure. We were fortunate enough to get involved with another firm, Connecticut Ponds and Lakes, I think it's called, and they know Greenwood Lake also. We happened to get one of the applicators that's been here many times. They had all our permits from years ago. We had to update things. So everything for DEC and has been submitted. Like Matt said, we put the mailer out. I'm cautiously optimistic that right after, they like to do it in mid to late May. Last 2 years, we didn't get it down until late June for reasons that were not on us. It was the state changing the water use, the watershed, and all that stuff. So we had a little bit of a snafu the last 2 years. So we're on that. And I did speak about the Facebook page.
I just want to say.
Okay.
We did start another Facebook page. It's just called Greenwood Lake right now until hopefully we can get our old one back. But if not, that's what we're going to have to go with. It would not let us do a live feed because it has to be at least 60 days old for a live feed, or at least have 100 followers, and we only just put it out there. But our YouTube channel is live. You can access that through our website. And anybody that missed the meeting today can always go back and look at any of our past meetings.
And we'll put that out, before next month's meeting, if we haven't recovered from it. So, okay. On that note, some events. Teen Center, scheduled for Tuesday nights, located at the Community Center, 51 Waterstone Road, between the hours of 4 and 6, for 2nd and 5th graders, 6 to 8 p.m. for 6th and 8th grade. Zoning meeting, tentatively, it's April 28th, May 12th, and May 26th. That'll be located at Village Hall, 18 Church Street, downstairs. Bark Park this Friday, the 17th, you heard, ribbon cutting. Clean sweep, I spoke about. This Saturday, the 18th, 9 to 12. Little League Parade, spoke about. 25th, 9 a.m. Also, the Warwick Valley Rod and Gun Club, they have an annual Take a Kid Fishing Day. It's going to be on Saturday, May 2nd, from 9 to 12 p.m., located on Baird Farm in Warwick. If you need any more information on that, you can call the Village Hall, and we'll get you to the right person. But it's at Baird Farm in Warwick. I'm not even sure where that is, but and also the Greenwood Lake Lions is having their springtime tricky tray on Saturday the 16th of May from 5 to 9 at the Legion. They put on their Facebook page, they're always looking for any new items that laying around your house that could be good for a tricky tray. They'll take the donations. So contact any Lion member on that. Okay, that's all I have in that. Privilege of the floor, limited to 3 minutes a person on any item. Anybody want to say anything? Okay, on that. Okay, we're going to some resolutions. Before I read the first three, basically what this are, if people have crazy water bills way above their norm due to usually it's due to obviously a leak, some more graphic than the others, some are minor, some are very major. But this is what our rule and procedure has been for years now. If we look at the past history and it's obviously an egregious amount of money, we give the property owner one shot to ask for relief, and we give them 50% off the bill. So pay attention. If you have a home that you go to Florida in the winter and have someone watching it, you got to do something, because a toilet, just a flapper leaking while you're in Florida for 4 months could take a $400 bill and make it $1,500. Just that one little item. We've had a couple that were much more egregious than that, but be aware, if you hear a toilet leaking, don't just think it's nothing, because it could really come back and hurt you monetarily. But anyway, these first three are on that. So resolution, let me get this, where's my paper on that?
Resolution 71.
Yep.
You don't have it?
Yeah. Okay, I do have it, but resolution 71, the village board appropriate to grant, excuse me, 71 is 2025, 2020, 26, 27. Village, Greenwood Lake authorized the village clerk to refund one half of the water charge for account number 310881 for water bill dated March 6, 2026. Do I have a
I'll
motion?
make that motion.
Okay, trustee Beck,
Second.
trustee Saleh, all aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Resolution 72 of 20,
You're all-
yeah, they're all.
Yes.
2026. Grant the village board, the village clerk to hereby authorize the village clerk to refund one half of the water charge for account number 30236 for water bill dated March 6th. Do I have a motion?
Make the motion.
Okay, trustee Polari,
I'll second.
trustee Saleh, all aye?
Aye.
It is right, 25, 26.
Yeah, no, I did that, I did the same thing last month. Resolution 73, I'm gonna stay away from the year.
Okay.
Now therefore be it resolved, the village board of Village Greenwood Lake hereby authorize the village clerk to refund one half of the water charge for account number 308124 for the water bill dated March 6, 2026. Motion?
Make the motion.
Okay, trustee Polari,
Seconded.
trustee Beth, all aye?
Aye.
This next one is somewhat a little similar, but it doesn't involve money. Some people, when they take out building permits, sometimes they hit little snafus and snags, and at 6 months, their expiration is up, and a lot of people typically ask for a 6-month extension. It's pretty common. So authorizes the building department to grant an extension for building permit number 24-83 for a property located at 13 Waterwood Drive. This is a 6-month extension. Do I have a motion?
I'll make,
Go ahead.
I'll make the motion.
Trustee Saleh,
Seconded.
trustee Beth, all aye?
Aye. Resolution number 75, be it resolved that the Village Board of Village Greenwood Lake hereby authorizes the hiring of Alexander Rakowski as a part-time police officer for the Village of Greenwood Lake at an hourly rate of $29.88 effective immediately.
I'll make the
Motion?
Trustee Saleh,
Second.
trustee Polari, all aye?
Aye.
Okay. Resolution number 76. Whereas sealed bids were publicly opened regarding our refuse removal, they were publicly opened and read aloud at 10 a.m. on March 23rd, 2026, and the one bid was received from Interstate Waste Services, which is our current waste service provider. Bid number 1, single stream recycle and refuse removal. And whereas the total annual cost submitted by Interstate Waste was $555,000. And whereas the governing body has reviewed the bid proposal and determined that the bid submitted by IWS is the lowest responsible bid, now hereby resolved that the Village of Green Lake would award the contract for refuse removal services to Interstate Waste Services in the amount of $555,000 annually, with service to commence on June 1st, 2026, subject to execution of a formal agreement. Before the motion, we did add one thing this year. IWS is now going to handle our leaf removal, which the town of Warwick has handled the last couple of years. So that's the only little change into that, other than the numbers. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, trustee Veth,
Second?
trustee Salier,
Vieri.
Olar,
All right.
Aye.
Resolution 77 will be the resolution for approving the reorganization list for fiscal year 2026, 2027. I will read it in its entirety. Deputy Mayor, Trustee Vett, Police Department Liaison, Trezino, Building Department, Trustee Selye, Municipal Water, myself, Trustee Vett, Zoning Board Liaison, Trustee Selye, Village Code Committee, Trustee Selye, Recreation Beach Programs, Trustee Vett, Trustee Polari, Library Liaison, Trustee Polari, Health and Wellness, Trustee Trezino, Community Organizations, Trustee Vett, Chamber of Commerce, Trustee Polari, School Board Liaison, Trustee Polari. Excuse me. Public Safety Liaison, Trustee Trezino, Fire and Ambulance Liaison, Trustee Trezino, Public Work Liaison, Trustee Vett, Economic Development and Comprehensive Plan, Trustee Selye, Admin, Finance and Budget, Mayor Howley, Senior Citizen Liaison, Trustee Polari, Village Clerk, Kathleen Holder, Treasurer, Holly Brown, Village Attorney, Brian Nugent, Esquire, from Feerick, Nugent and McCarthy, ZBA Attorney is Christopher Pavlaka, from Feerick, Nugent and McCarthy, Labor Consultant is Michael Richardson, Refuse Attorney, Marianne Sadowski, Greenwood Lake Commission, Jim Martin, Register of Vital Statistics is Eileen Astorino, that is the town clerk, Acting Village Justice, Peter Barlett, our chaplain is Father Reyno Santiago, Tax Assessor is Deborah Urick, Court Clerk, Robin Dunlap, Senior Citizen Director, Colleen Riley, Official Newspaper, Warwick Valley Dispatch, Building Inspector, Peter Mulqueen and Peter Hildebrand and Daniel Mulqueen, Village Chief of Police, Adam Iron, and our water plant operator is Long Pond Waterworks. Garbage and refuse, as we just did, was interstate waste. Our bank depository is Webster Bank. Our official meeting dates will be the third Wednesday of the month at 6 p.m. Marriage offices, myself. Historian, Marilyn Hayden. Zoning board, 5-year member, Kevin McIntyre. 4-year member and chairperson, Robert Zimmer. 3-year, Jenny Lyons. 2-year, Eric Kelm. 1 year, Victor Ludmere. 1-year alternate ZBA member is Mariana Coccini. And a 1-year term alternate zoning member is Brian Cross. Hearing all that, do I have a motion for that reorganization?
make the motion?
Seconded.
Okay, trustee Polari, seconded by trustee Vett, all aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, this is a resolution number 78 authorizing necessary budget transfers within the water fund and general fund to close out our fiscal year 2025, 2026. No, go ahead.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, trustee Vett,
Second.
trustee Polari, all aye?
Resolution number 79 is adopting our village budget. Whereas a public hearing was held earlier this evening and all interested persons were afforded an opportunity to be heard with respect to the proposed village budget, after which such public hearing was closed. Now therefore be it resolved that the mayor and the board of trustees of the village of Greenwood Lake hereby adopts the proposed village budget of the 2026-2027 fiscal year for $5,417,711 and authorizes the adoption of the 2026-2027 water budget in the amount of $774,395, including any amendments to such budgets approved by the Board of Trustees, which shall, upon adoption, become the final village budget for the 2026-2027 fiscal year. Do I have a motion?
Make a motion, okay, trustee Polari,
Second.
trustee Salier, all aye?
Aye.
All right. The last resolution for this evening is resolution number 80, and It gives the village board, gives them the mayor, the ability to execute an agreement with Artesian Concrete Services. This is for our new skate park / pump track that's been 8 or 9 years in the making. We finally got the financing in order, and this is the first phase of the concrete. So, we had to take lead agency on it because some of this money's grants, or a lot of it's grants. So we took the lead, so we're gonna proceed with basically kind of running the operation under the auspices of the committee that they have intact. So, we're the lead agency, and we are prepared to complete short environmental assessments and, authorize Artesian Concrete for their services. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Beth?
Second?
Trustee Polari? All aye?
Aye.
Okay, and now I'd like to have a motion to pay all audited bills.
Make the motion.
Okay, trustee Cellier?
Second.
Trustee Polari? All aye?
Aye.
I would entertain a motion to accept the minutes from the March 11th, 2026 Village Board meeting and the April 8th Budget Workshop. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Trustee Beth?
Second?
Second by trustee Polari. All aye?
Aye.
Aye.
We have no budget amendments to take care of this evening. We are not going into an executive session. Excuse me one second. Oh, okay. I'll read this one other thing. Thank you before I close. There was an historical marker placed last week. It's located on Lakes Road by Germain Avenue. It is a marker put up by the Greenwood Lake Historical Society on behalf of Patriot Clark, who was killed by British loyalists during the American Revolution. It was brand new. I'm gonna do a little bit of my due diligence and find more about this. I thought it was a very amazing little subject matter, so I'm gonna follow up personally. But if you're inclined, Lakes Road, right there by Germain. Thank you to, I'm sure Peter Hall had a lot to do with it. I'm sure Marilyn Hayden had a lot to do with this, and the town of Warwick, because it actually still is in the town of Warwick. Thank you for your work and diligence in this, getting us on the map. So anyway, there is no executive session. I would entertain a motion for adjournment. Our next regular village board meeting is 1 week earlier next month. So it is on the second Wednesday. It'll be on May 13th, okay? 1 week earlier. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion?
Seconded.
All right, which one? All right, I'll take Polari and second by Beth. Okay, all aye?
Aye,
Aye.
at 7:14. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all out there.